Hey, what's up? It is DJ. Today we got new and updated mods out for Farm Sim 22, and yes, Millennial Farms is one of them. A total 21 mods released. All platforms got 3 new and 10 updates, and PC Mac players got 6 new and 2 updates. If you like staying updated with all the latest mods and farming simulator yourself, get subscribed. Let's go. Starting off today with something very exciting, MF Farms. This is the crossplay version of the Millennial Farmer map, which also came out today for PC and Mac players, so if you're on PC and Mac, pay attention. We're going to talk about basically everything with the exception of the logos. There is a lot to find on here. You got 24 fields, 41 different farmlands. You've got your small forestry site way up at the top left, but of course you can always plant your own. You've also got your main farm with starting equipment right down here, which you can buy individually. If you don't want it, you could go somewhere else. BGA, traffic, pedestrians, custom crop calendar as well. There you go. It's all looking good. There's even a train at the top of the map. There are quite a few production chains as well, and we've got some new crops, durum wheat and rye, which is very exciting. And when I say we have lots of new productions, I really mean it. Durum wheat, rye, we have dried corn, soybean straw, propane, durum flour, rye flour, pasta, corn flour, fine corn flour, apple pie, apple juice, pumpkin pie, apple, rye bread, cornbread, sweet cornbread, lemonade, lemon, pineapple juice, pineapple, orange juice, and orange. If some of those sound familiar to you guys, don't forget Cellobuki actually helped out on this map. So with that, all of their productions and things came over, including some new ones. If we go into mods and DLCs, you can also see over here the MF Farms logo. We have a couple things right here, and these will be able to transport propane. So if you're running propane for any of your dried stuff, well, you're going to need these. And that's not all, because there's also a ton of placeables. You've got the shop area, you've got just small buildings and things like that all the way through. If you haven't seen my map tour on this, definitely go check that out, because it'll show you everything. Speaking of the shop, this is always a fun one. I love seeing this big old John Deere shop right here on any of the Mappers Paradise stuff, especially this map right here. Your delivery area is around towards the back. However, as far as I can remember, all of your stuff actually pops out around towards the the outside now. So we'll just kind of double check that real quick. We'll grab ourselves a John Deere, and yes, we appear outside. But don't worry, you can move it inside if you want to, work on it, all that good stuff. And of course, we can't forget about the main farm area. We've got the buildings right where you would expect them. We do have our grain system here, which is very cool. Now, this is a grain dryer of sorts. However, it's not going to be too crazy, because in previous games, it was a little bit difficult. Here, we just have it as a production. Now, you can see we have dried corn, which requires that propane. However, for everything else, it's just a 1 in, 1 out. It's not going to cost you anything. Production cost per month, 0. So it acts like a regular silo, and it's really, really fast. So pretend like this is a silo that will also dry your corn for you. Don't get it confused. You'll be just fine, I promise. Lastly, let's take a look at stuff that we get in new farmer mode. We've got the John Deere 8RT410 as well as the John Deere 8R280 in trucks. We have the Pinnacle 6x4, and that used to be a Millennial Farmer version, but it looks like it's base game now. We do have the John Deere T560, so you can upgrade if you want to. Hardy Rubicon, which is nice. Big Load King tipper. We've got a big header, the 45-footer on there, as well as the 16-row corn head, a big cultivator, a direct drill seeder, a planter, John Deere planter. You also got a fertilizer spreader and a header trailer. So enough to get started, plenty enough to do some carting and stuff like that. I think you'll be just fine, and hopefully you enjoy yourself here on MF Farms. Now, PC players, there are a few extra changes, but we will talk about those later in the video. Next, new one for all platforms are the MAN 19322 with sliding curtain. This is from Black Sheep Modding, another mod that I did a preview on a few weeks ago, so if you haven't seen that, again, definitely go check it out. It's going to help you out a lot. This has got 322 horsepower with a manual transmission. We've got 250 liters of fuel. It goes 51 miles an hour. Now, the name should give it away. It's got the sliding curtains. The sides will slide. Designs, we have a design setup number 1. You can also go with number 2 and number 3. Number 1 is going to be your, sliding curtain and everything, box truck. Design number 2 is basically a bale trailer with opening sides, and number 3 is the same bale trailer with nothing. This is not going to hold anything, so don't think that this is a tipper. It is not. Wheel options, we start off with a Lizard brand, but we can also go with Trelleborg if you want, and Nokian as well as Michelin, so plenty there for everybody. Driving positions, we have a kind of left-hand drive and right-hand drive respectively, so depending where you are in the world, you are good to go. Stickers, we have models number 1, 2, 3, 4, and none, which is very nice. And then back to standard strobes, we've got orange strobes, then we can do white strobes, we have daylights, or nothing. Roof details, we've got some type 1 and, well, all kinds of stuff through here. You kind of find what you like and you be good. And then we have a bull bar on the front as well. We've got a couple different setups for that. Main color options, here are all of your main color. That's going to be your cabin. Stickers, we can change up the stickers as well on there. Design color, that's going to change up whatever's on the back. And design color number 2 is going to change up all of the extra bits. And of course, rim colors are rim colors. We start off with pewter, but there's no chrome, so heads up with that. Now, if you're interested, you can also pick up yourself one of these, the Powfinger FLC 253. This is part of the pack that this comes in with all of these other goodies with the trailers, because this will also work with our new truck. So here she is. Now, here's a couple things we can do. We can open and close the left and right doors, and then we have the opening. So let's go ahead and open up the curtain. Now, this is not the one that it starts with. This is just the one that I've got it set on. You have 4 modes for this. So if you click on your right bumper or your R1, we've got left front, which is going to open up like that. Left front means it opens from the left front and kind of moves everything out of the way. And we can put it all back just like so. And then bam. Now the next one is going to be left back. And as you can expect, basically the same thing, except the bars are same order. Then we can change it up to right front, and again, so on and so on. You get it. We have all 4, and then we can also open up the back, and we have straps there. Now, let's put that thing down, because I want to grab this guy right here, which you probably are familiar with. There's a couple mods that support this already, which is very nice. I think most of them are from Black Sheep Modding, though. Bring it up, put it right there, and then attach. Hey, and now you're good to go to load wherever you need to load. And your last new one for all platforms today is the Lizard Cultivator H219. This is a 2.5 meter working width, 50 horsepower required, 9 mile per hour working speed cultivator. And we got a bunch of different colors as well. Jumping over to some updates for all platforms. We got the Zetor UR2 Pack from Caston 18. It's going to be version 195. Updated all wheel configurations, some improvements in the model, improved the gearbox, and new configurations. Next up, the 2017 Pickup Emergency Edition version 3001. Back wheels on the Nokian, configuration fixed. Lizard Z263 baler version 1.1, new tire model, improved the bale animation, added warning sticker in the back, minor fixes and improvements, and changed the PTO. Lizard Z240 windrow version 1.1, 3D model improved, new color configurations added, and collisions have been fixed. Forwarder Clambunk pack from HR Force version 1.1, Bison replaced by the Elfin King. Previous Bison is no longer present in the save game. The 875 has been replaced by the 895. The wheel set's been revised, steering angle adjusted, and various adjustments to the vehicles. Farmhouse Buchweiser version 1002 fixed problems with the milk trigger. ArtMaster 2K24 pack version 1001 added Seedmaster for seed production. SMB Silage Silo pack version 1001 general model has been changed and added new types. Medium Bunker Silo version 1002 added 2 new versions. And lastly, the Etunnel Straight Leg M-Arc version number 2 added action for active or deactivate the object storage. It is activate or deactivate. Those are the words we're looking for. Jumping over 2 new ones for PC and Mac players, we have the Millennial Farms map. Now, the only difference between this map and the one for all platforms is branding. So in here, you are going to see Millennial Farmer map branding as opposed to the other map where you would have not have. Going too fast. Like for example here on the sign. You got the Millennial Farmer logo there, not on the crossplay version, at least that I saw. Also, around towards here, take a look at the truck, Millennial Farmer on the side of the truck, as well as the side of our trailer. So, the map itself is the same. It's just kind of what it has on the map that's a little bit different, if that makes any sense. So, for example, whenever we go and click here, you can see we've got a pickup truck, the Millennial Pace Setter, and the Mac Pinnacle, as well as the 2 tankers that we got in the crossplay version. Custom buildings are all here, so don't worry about that. Straight up, just this version of the map has branding, and MF Farms does not. Next new one for PC and Mac players today is going to be the Müthing MU Pro S250 Vario. It's a long way to say mulcher. Goodness gracious. 180 horsepower, 2.5 meter working width at 7 miles per hour. This is from Agrar Design Austria. It is designed to kind of be on the side of the road as opposed to directly behind you like you would use a mulcher in a field. So this is more for like doing the sides of roads and things like that. It's also kind of neat that it comes in pink. Next up, we've got Bees Revamp. With the mod, bees in Farm Sim 22 become more realistic and a bit more complex, but also more productive. 2 states of the colony of young colony and economic colony. Only the economic colony produces honey, so the younglings will have to grow up. Bees will collect nectar. Bees only collect when the weather is good, and nectar is converted into honey. Bees then eat the nectar, and range of the beehive has been increased. There's also a lot of other stuff in here as well, so if you want to check it out, definitely jump in. Heads up though, there is no multiplayer support. One mod that I'm definitely going to be using a lot is the Select Distribution Target. This mod allows you to select the desired production point for goods distribution. When you change your production output to distribute, a new option called Select will appear, with the default key being X on PC. I don't know what it is on console. I guess I'll figure that out when I'm using an Xbox controller. Pressing this key lets you choose which production point will receive these goods. This mod is especially useful for players with large production setups, like I do, who like managing their own production chain. So here you can see we have select, and we can select where we want it to go, which is going to be very nice. Next to last new one for PC and Mac players is pretty straightforward. Adjustable personal light. Mod allows you to adjust the range of your personal flashlight. When it's on, you can press and hold the right shift key, then use the mouse scroll wheel to modify the light range. Pretty neat. And your last new one for PC and Mac lets you go on vacation. The mod introduces a vacation feature, allowing you to skip entire days. Much like the game's sleep function that sleeps hours, this one is in days. Lastly, let's talk about updates for PC and Mac players. First is Chadlington version 1001. Defective area in the lime pit replaced with a new one, and forgotten bunker silos at the BGA have been added. And lastly, Crosetto CMR Pack AF version 201. Increased compatibility of the mod, grease add-on, and various minor functional fixes to the machine. And that is it. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed if you do, and join the DjGoHam fam. Make sure you check out the Millennial Farmer map preview as well as the preview for the MAN sliding curtain truck for Black Sheep Monty. Both of those videos have been out for a couple weeks now, not a month or more, so make sure you check them out if you haven't seen them. Otherwise, have a great day. We'll see you later.